will survive.
It will
the Bruno.
survive. I mean, in our trades. Okay. All right. We'll get a little bit more into the laning phase about this because I think it's going to be quite the game changer for either side. Yep. Remember, this is all about not necessarily early game, but at least they have a little bit more flexibility around that mid game, so they don't get that brass tacks against Team SMG as we start rolling into this match point for them. M5 World Championship group stage here. It's on the line. The knockout qualification for RRQ Akira comes down to this. They need to break this game open. They need to push it to a game number 3. As we walk in towards game number 2, it's going to be Team SMG on the red side once again to hold them back. RRQ Akira on the blue side.
It's not just the last hope for RRQ, but it's the last hope for Brazil. Bigatron's Sons have been knocked out already. And now we'll see if SMG will deny that chance away from this region, from this team.
The carry, although I say that it can win against the Bruno 1v1, it still is a risk. Like I said, Bruno will have the time of his life no matter what, right? Because it's the easier hero to execute in the gold lane. But the carry, if you're good enough, if you know your matchups, and if you outplay your opponent, the Bruno, you will be able to do so.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the usage of the light wheel, right? That's going to be the big game changer for a lot of these carry players in their counter matchups. But so far, Stormy and Miko doing a good job kind of trying to keep control over this mid lane. They're really fighting for it.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job.
The moment they pick up the Valentina instead of the Claude, it kind of really told me that, yeah, they might be eyeing for the carry, but I didn't think that they would be bold enough to actually do that. Well, I guess to echo what Gideon said, nothing else matters anymore. Team SMG, right? So they should be. I mean, if there's a time to be bold enough, this is the time.
Yeah, no, it's great to see. I remember doing a daily recap on my YouTube channel that you can go find at Guinea and Kiro. With Renmar, he mentions that Sasa is actually quite a stable laner, so why not give faith to him, right?
Yep.
Have faith in him in his matchups, and then start investing in other players and arming them better.
Yeah, and I think for SMG here, to talk a little bit about Wolf's statement there earlier about the laning phase, I think it's kind of irrelevant anyways because they have a Mathilda, right? It's an auto win for the lane. Healing, sustain, and also a bit of poke. Same thing goes for RRQ though, because they have better wave clear in the mid lane. Lilia's just all over the place. Wait, I believe that's a spatial migration and an engage on the other side of the map. Sockside to be poked down, and now with 1 HP, he's able to dodge for a bit, but the Gloops takes him out. It's going to be the Black Shoes popped in. Takashi looking for one last hit, a good knockout strike, but a spatial migration saves Takashi for a bit, delays his death, and is able to just get the right timing on that kill to smooth. Tyrant's Revenge by Louise, knocking Miko up. Stormy's looking for an angle. King finds a retreat now, a defensive spatial migration. Louise gonna be poked down, going to be stunned up. He does have to flicker, however, to escape.
Interesting. Okay, again, a lot of respect is being given over. I think Team SMG kind of underestimated how much Dairoth could actually do in the earlier stages of the game, and that's why they're not going for the instant invade on the orange side for RRQ Akira, knowing that he's walking back into it. So now we look at the goal earned. Gusta, Logusta, and King are in nice spots with Sasa and his Stormy just behind them. But in the meantime, Smooth, like, this matchup is extremely volatile.
Yeah. And I gotta say, RRQ Akira is still very good at the laning early stages of the game. Despite having the backshot as well as the Matilda, they still got 2 kills and got the turtle against Team SMG. It's pretty massive, and they're going to be very comfortable now going for 2 lanes? Double lane Dairoth?
Okay.
That's the first time I'll see that.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. As EXP laners, you don't usually get that much love. You kind of have to kind of hold your own, be financially independent, you know? Got to find your own way.
I mean, he does have the Wilderness Blessing, so it makes sense why he's rotating across the map. He doesn't go for the Rupture. Violent Requiem used up. Miko locked down. He stayed in the air till he died there.
The air time was nasty. Can't do much about that, but oh no, Sasa.
Oh, dash away. That's a bouncing ball, and Sasa will be pinned down. King picks up a killing spree. Stormy, one last hit. He gets the clone in time, and Gusta, he's just taking the turret, waiting. Meanwhile, Louise gets a good rage, claps them onto the wall. Stormy forced to use the Black Shoes. And RQ gets a big win in the early game.
Huge win. I mean, it's starting to be almost like a repeat of game number 1, right? Now, if it is going to be similar to game number 1, we expect RQ Akira to make it to at least 5K by the 7th minute mark, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, that should be the story that should be told, right? These turtles are dangerous. RQ and Akira are going to drag out this laning phase for as long as possible. And honestly, I got to give it to Sagan. He's been pretty consistent in his laning phase and as well as these early fights.
Gotta agree with you. Spatial migration, two-man this time with the Violet Requiem, but Miko's able to purify out of this one. Takashi now jumping on the Saksa. Abyssum Strike dodged away from. Now Knockout Strike, bringing him back all the way to the Shield Unity. And that is a 1-for-0. This time is for SMG. RRQ on the back foot. Saksa pulling the turtle as far away as possible from King as Stormy tries to distract him. Back Louise, oh! Beautiful timing by Stormy. Retry battle from King and Saksa. And it's going to be King with a 1-level lead who secures the turtle. Sagan flickers out to safety. Who gets the more value there?
Wow, I think Team SMG, think about it, because they badly need the recovery. And I'm only saying that because they were trailing behind for quite a long time. So the fact that they finally get a W when it comes to skirmishes, going to be a breath of fresh air for them.
Yeah, I think that overall, I mean, I don't know. There was definitely a moment of PTSD for Mirko there, especially when the Dairon started jumping back in. But Smooth, financially independent. How long can he hold?
Not that long. He just gets shut down.
Happens to the best of us. I mean, EXP experience right there.
Yep, it happens, man. Sometimes you go for a 1v1, sometimes there's a random Guinevere.
Now I'm getting PTSD from that one. That's the real life. But let's come back to the top side, right? Because that's where the most important players are going to be. Oh!
Good catch, and the Tyro's Rage doesn't even need it to connect to the wall. Now Stormy, terrifying. Oh, Gusto 1 HP, still able to cut away. Stormy looking for one last hit, but is not able to find it. Meanwhile, King is in the bush, waiting with Takashi. That wilderness blessing.
Oh
you saw Takashi bot, now you see him talk.
God.
Oh my goodness. And Akira knew that the shoes will be there eventually because Stormy copied the Lilia and they punished him duty. The thing is, they also pushed up top, so I think that's the even bigger objective that they were able to get up top lane.
Yeah, and worse yet, if Sasa was playing just a marksman with just a wee bit more range, just a wee bit more, he wouldn't be stutter stepping underneath his turret to finish off the kill that was so given to him.
Like
served on a silver platter, like an Ixia. Even a Claw, just throw out the BMI if you have to, but man, that's gotta hurt.
Yep. That is the risk for RRQ Akira. I mean, for Team SMG. You understand why they went for the carry, but they're paying for that for those sort of transgressions. And Luis is now gonna be just babysitting Gusta Lagusta at this point.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. 2 basic attacks.
Damage.
Okay, stop it, man, please. You've already got so much crit, and it's not even the empowered auto attacks, and they're doing more than 500 damage each time, brother. Come on.
The crit's up to 1,300.
Oh, stop.
7 minutes in.
Big ouchies. Big ouchies. I mean, now we're at the 7-minute mark, right? And previously in game number 1, it was 5K. Now it's only 3.7. It feels like this is a slower snowball that's accumulating for RRQ Akira.
Oh, good bounce.
Oh my god.
That was brilliant. It actually took away from a lot of SMG's power in that initiation, and now it's going to be the re-engage from RRQ. A good guiding wind, though. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, a bit of strike! Oh, Takashi!
Just at the edge. Stormy didn't pop the Purify because, I mean, like, it might not even help him, but any port in the storm, Team SMG, unfortunately, might lose this turret.
Look at that, the physical defense shred right onto Louise's Tyrant's Revenge. You didn't see that rage because you didn't even need to land it. Now it's Takashi again onto the back, zoning Sasa, forcing a guiding win from Miko. What the heck is going on? RRQ Akira are just pushing in mid, they're just going straight in.
I mean, this is the chaos that you wanted to see. You wanted to see RQ Akira kind of pump up the gas, be hyper aggressive, go further and further and further, really pushing their limits against Team SMG, and they found a really good opportunity during the scramble, and it feels like Team SMG can't keep up with that tempo, like similar to game number 1, but even so, that they're getting staggered time and time again.
Yeah. Like they really need Sasa to I mean, speed up the farming right now, but what can they do? They can't even go double lane now because Guinevere, the King, is just literally just all over the place. No place is safe for Sasa to farm, especially because his Purify is on cooldown for 30 more seconds.
I'm sorry, Wolf. I can't help but laugh every time I see Takashi. He's so fast. he's everywhere.
Yeah. It's Khalid at home. Dyroth just running around.
Wilderness Dyroth.
Oh man,
You gotta love it.
That's wild.
It's really wild.
Look at him! Look at him! He's so fast. I'm coming, boys!
I'm getting there. I'm getting a marathon run all the way from topside. It's great to see.
It might be even funnier if he wears that skin, the KOF skin, right? Because he's doing like the animation, like Naruto, like Naruto.
Oh, circling eagle, Sagan. Oh, he's holding that choke point really well. Now Takashi jumps in. It's an Abyssum strike to take Saksa out. No red tree, just like that, and King just secures it for free. A good Terrify, a good chunk of damage, but Gusta Lagusta is untouchable. Smooth jumps in the punch, but he's not able to find anything. SMG forced back, and Akira
flicker!
Flicker forward from Gusta Lagusta. Unable to find any more of those hits, but what a win.
What a win. Gusta, I gotta have to be reminded of game number 1 where some of the
careful, man.
overspeeding from Akira might be detrimental for the team, but they can celebrate now. I think that was a well played Lord Dance that you saw from Akira, and more importantly, Takashi with the positioning as well as the entirety of Akira, honestly, punishing Saksa.
Ooh. Wow, a good lockdown. Smooth gets knocked up. The airtime was wild. Saksa can only just watch it. Luis the rage brings them back. That's a kill over Takashi with the Abyssum strike. Sasa still surviving. King backing away. And of course, Takashi survives as well. Stormy just very, very low. Few good shots, and that's a double picked up. Takashi once again finds the back, and it is an equalizer. Fast as the Dyroth, 11 minutes. Woo!